Hi, I'm Bella.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Ella.
I'm Tara.
And we're in a program called Rites of Passage.
The main aim of this program is for all of us to gain our own identity.
I see rites of passage as like, well, a rite to go from my childhood to adulthood. It's like, it's growing up for me, which is a big thing.
I was a little bit nervous in the lead up to this, but when I got on the train, everything just all went away and I was just really excited and really looking forward to what was going to happen.
Barrel's such a small town. There's like, you don't really get to experience public transport like Sydney does.
I haven't really thought much about our identity, but I think the next 3 weeks will give us a sense of who we are and more about ourselves.
Well, it's kind of fun being away from home because, you know, you're there all the time. But yeah, my mum kind of misses me, so, and I miss my mum, so.
Climbing the harbour bridge seems a bit scary because it's very high, but I'm still looking forward to that.
It's a bit of a rapid change coming from quiet, cold Southern Highlands to busy Sydney.
It's been a pretty good experience so far. Started off the trip with a broken Opal card, forgot my belt, and got lost in Sydney.
We arrived in Sydney yesterday and we spent all day on a scavenger hunt where we trekked around the city on public transport and searched for clues.
Oh, okay. You start with 2. So we're juggling and you like throw one up and then release the other and then throw the other one up and release the other.
Have each person in your group stand on a location you think we'll be visiting during Rites of Passage.
Okay, 31 Alfred Street. Who wants to find that?
I'll go find it.
Alright, cool.
31 Alfred Street. So find the model of Sydney City and have a person in your group stand on a location you think we'll be finding during Rites of Passage.
We're using apps to travel around Sydney, and that helps us have independence away from our parents.
We know where we're going because we use the Move It apps on our phone to find the routes for where we're going.
Okay, what happened to everybody else that's supposed to be on the bus?
Oh, well, some people had missed the bus, so I think they're catching another one, and they should be fine. Today we went to Afters and we learned how to film, basically, using cameras, how to perform sort of in front of the camera and how to interview people. That was really fun.
We learned about like mid and wide angle shots and yeah, all the angles and that, and then we learned how to do interviews
And engage
as well.
the audience as well.
We're at the art gallery after hours and we're looking at the Archibald Prize area, and there's some very interesting artworks here. Like there's different styles. For instance, there's some portraits and there's also some landscape paintings done in different styles, and it's really cool to see like the way that like different artists are like inspired to do their artworks.
Like it's my first time at an art gallery, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, and the Archibald is on, like a competition.
I'm actually quite excited to see that.
So it's a competition where they have to paint like a portrait.
And there was also another one with a woman in the bath with like a face mask and paints and everything, and I really enjoyed them because they kind of spoke about society and the pressures of society, and kind of you have to make time to relax and it's stressful, so I think it was really
busy painting
artwork. And I think it was really cool to see kind of how society is, because we kind of don't see it, but then looking at that we were able to think, oh, that's really ridiculous the way we are doing things.
There was a concert that was also put on for us and it was really interesting experience, and we got to bond with our peers.
Yeah, everybody like else, like all of the like
Rave was the word.
Yeah, right.
yeah, all like the people that just came to the gallery were just sitting down and listening. Some were like bopping their heads, but when we came in, everything just went up to 10 instantly. Yeah.
Like we're so lucky in the world we live in, and like in the place we live in, like Oxley and Barrel, it's such a nice community. And I don't think we realise like what's going on in the rest of the world. So like the museum was really opening like our eyes to everything. I mean, I don't think many people were as aware of how much it impacted people, but I think like we got a first-hand perspective from a survivor of the Holocaust. and that just really opened our eyes to like how many people it suffered from it.
Yeah, I really love modern history, and so just learning like more about like the details and things and numbers.
The survivor that was talking to us said that her life would be so different if it hadn't happened, and she wouldn't like be living the life she is today, and that she wouldn't like, there's so many things that have shaped her that have to do with how, like, what happened to her. And yeah,
going to the Jewish Museum, it really made me realise just how little challenges in my life has shaped my identity to become who I am now. Like, all the little things that happened to me, I've now changed because of it. And going to the Jewish Museum made me realise that, because it was on such an extreme scale compared to my challenges that I've had throughout my life. And it was really interesting to see that.
Dear little ragged blossom, we've been thinking. Have you seen the city? Come on, let's go. Yes, good idea, said Ragged Blossom. Mr. Lizard will show us the way. Look, there he is. Why, Mr. Lizard. Snugglepot and Cuddlepie were thrilled to see their friend, Mr. Lizard. But they didn't know that they were being watched by the wicked Banksia men.
A few people have gotten lost, like when we had, like last night when we went shopping or like at Vivid. But I think it's a good thing in a way, because people realise how to deal with problems by themselves, and like how to cope with that and what to do and go from there, and like learning about transport and all different stuff. So yeah, I think that was really good.
Today we're at Macquarie Uni and we've just completed a workshop where we're sort of looking at the brain's functions and neuron pathways and things. So we've just completed this exercise where we have a third of a group on the other side of the room, and they have their code and like through this spreadsheet. So they encode the location, colour, size and orientation of a Lego block, and then it's transferred to us and we have to decode it with the coordinates they've given us and then place it on a plot.
So the senders were given this sheet and that's like what they base it off, and then they've also got the code as well. So we have to recreate that, which we did, and it was pretty good. We did it at 75%.
Yeah.
So we just finished a lecture on linguistic relativity, and it was really, really interesting. The concepts of language and how they have evolved over time are really, really interesting to me. And I really liked how she explained it in a basic way where we could understand, and there was a moment when I was like, that makes so much sense. Like, it really applied to our everyday life and how we see the world and our different views on things.
We just interviewed a professor here at Macquarie Uni called Ingrid Pillar. And she's a linguistics professor. She's studied English, Latin, French, Spanish.
A lot of languages.
Yeah, and then Persian and Arabic. And she gave us a lecture on linguistic relativity earlier today.
At this point, what I want to do is continue doing the research into particularly linguistic barriers and linguistic bridges in a multilingual society like Australia, where we have more and more linguistic diversity through migrants that come in. And in particular, I also want to inspire the next generation of young linguists to come along and continue the good work we're doing.
And she gave us this book as a kind of a thank you, because we went to interview her about her views on the changing technology and how that will affect today's language.
You're back.
Because it's 3 weeks especially, you need balance between not just education.
Yeah, if you look at anyone doing like high intensity tests like HSC or anything for ATARs or anything, they always do some sort of working out or fitness to go with their studying because it helps them to relax and take their mind off all the work they have.
I'm about to go on a jet boat ride, really fast jet boat ride, and it's pretty scary, but you know, we'll get there.
It's gonna be so much
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So excited.
We just went on the Thunderjet. I got wet in the Sydney Harbour. So it's a boat, and you just go around the Sydney Harbour, and it just like stops and starts and spins, and you get wet. Yeah. It's so fun.
It was so good. We were going all over the place. We were just swerving around.
Sit down. Why? Sit down here.
Don't use that tone.
I said sit down.
No, I don't want to.
Well, what do you want?
I just didn't expect.
What?
It's only because
I understand now. Sit.
I can scream well too, you know.
So we're here at NIDA and today we're going to be doing about a 3-hour workshop. Yeah, I feel as though each character you play can add to a bit of your own identity, so you can find out something about yourself, you know, different things like that.
Interacting and getting to know like your peers more and becoming like more comfortable with everyone. It boosts like your confidence a lot, so like when you're going to perform on like a stage, like you're able to like confront everyone and like be more comfortable in like the environment. Like it's a great way to show your identity because you're able to like explore different like characters, become more comfortable like who you are and like pursue like your dreams and stuff.
We're out through the bridge climb. Yeah, the Sydney Harbour Bridge. And yeah. So we're just getting all our stuff on. So we just got our suits on and our belts and all our like safety equipment, so you don't die or fall off or anything, which will be good. And then we just got these cool caps, which we know we're allowed to keep. So that'll be a really cool souvenir.
New experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't get the most attractive of clothes, but
it's meant to be pretty cold up there today.
yeah.
Like 10 degrees, I think.
I'm really looking forward to the view because it's just going to be amazing. And there were all these things about how all these celebrities climb the bridge, so it's really cool to think that some of my favourite actors have also been on the same bridge I'm just about to climb.
Whoa, on the Sydney Harbour Bridge, yes!
Fear is something that you can overcome and conquer. So with like ages back in time, you would have a reptilian brain like in Stone Age time, and that would be like you have to do something otherwise you'll die. This isn't like this because the Harbour Bridge is completely safe, and even if you are scared of heights, then you can overcome that because you know you're safe. After the bridge climb, it's like you felt stronger than you actually felt like you were before the bridge climb because you had conquered something, you had done something you've never done before. And yeah, that was a great feeling of success. Today, all the students of the music class went to the Conservatorium of Music, which is one of the best schools of music for tertiary education in Australia. We went and did a practical with a woman who was teaching us about Bulgarian singing, which is kind of funny. So I believe we were filmed and we all looked totally ridiculous, but it was a really cool learning experience to do.
We've shared lots of things. We've shared some funny times, we've shared some exciting times, we've shared performances that are new and interesting and fantastic. We've wondered about things, we've shared a few viruses. We've done a lot together. This year was, I think, the thing I loved whenever we went to a lecture, the quality of the questions that you asked after a lecture, particularly I think the linguistics lecture at Macquarie, the quality of the questions that you asked Professor Pillar afterwards I thought was just astounding. And every time you've received a lecture or had a lecture, you guys paid the most attention.
The universities are pretty cool. I didn't think they'd be as cool as what they actually are.
I didn't think the universities would be as big.
And I
but
didn't
they're
think they'd be as
huge.
interesting. Like, we went to a few lectures and I thought I would find them really boring, but they're actually really interesting. And I actually learned quite a lot from them.
I think we've learnt about like the diversity with the different careers you can have, which has come from visiting all the different universities and doing different workshops within them. And I think it's really helped everyone see that there is like a much larger world out there. Like, it's not just all school. And then when you go to university, you can literally do whatever you want to do, and it'll be available for you. So that's what I think we've learned.
Yeah, I feel as though everyone was going to all these different unis. I think I've heard of at least one person who's liked each university and is thinking of going there. And I feel as though that's been really great in helping us decide, because being in year 9, it's only a few years away until we may go to uni. And so you sort of have to start thinking about those things.
So we caught the train to St Mary's Cathedral and we walked through in silence. And just now we went to the fountain and we threw in a coin, making a wish on the future for like a hope of something that you might want to happen.
Before we went into the fountain, we went up to 5 different people we haven't talked to recently on Rites of Passage, and we exchanged small coins for what we thought was good about them and good wishes and stuff like that. And then we went around the fountain and just wished for a good forward life, I guess, and just good stuff happening. Yeah.
All said something nice to each other about what we like value in each other, and it was really nice.
When climbing the bridge, my friends were so much help to me, and it just made it more enjoyable.
I'm really happy that we did this program, but I'm sort of like sad that it's over. I kind of want it to go on like for a really long time.
I'm gonna miss it heaps. Yeah. I like sharing a room with my friends and like getting up and having breakfast with them in the morning. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. I think for anyone coming into Rites of Passage, after you come out and you feel like you're more mature and you know what you want to do and you know where you want to head in life, and you become more yourself and you learn more about yourself.
Next year's Rites of Passage, good luck. You're gonna have fun, so don't worry about that.
Try and talk to at least everyone once.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really good.
Just get some bonding time, and
New
sit down with them or
friendships.
something. And
Bought too many like jumpers and just too much. Yeah. You can re-wear clothes. Like, you don't have to wear a different outfit every day. You can double up as well.
It's so much fun.
You guys will enjoy it so much.
Like, it's the best thing ever. Yeah.
you need a comfortable backpack and some really comfortable shoes.
Make sure you're focused on yourself and what you're doing, where you're going, and make sure you have your suitcase, your backpack, everything you need, and just focus on yourself and what you need to do.
Yeah, it's so much fun, and it's really sad that it's all over, because like I've come out of this knowing so much more than I came into it, and like I feel like we've all changed and actually bonded. I mean, like a big family.
These past 3 weeks have been amazing and it's a great opportunity. It's been really fun.
And for the next year's Year 9, just try everything, have fun. It'll be amazing.
It will.